Okay, this time scenario will be Sugarloaf Hill. It looks like another invasion map. Sugarloaf Hill, April 20th, 1945. The landing on Okinawa took place in relative calm. The Americans expected a fanatical defense on the beaches but found none. For nearly 2 weeks the Americans ran into little to no opposition. That was until they began to drive south toward the city of Naha. It was then that US troops ran into the formidable Japanese defenses of the Shuri Line. Part of the line was Sugarloaf Hill. For several days both sides struggled to control the hill. Often the hill changed hands several times in a day. It would take General Buckner's 10th Army the rest of April and most of May before they broke through the Shuri Line. In the end it would cost 40,000 Americans killed or wounded, including General Buckner himself, and over 100,000 dead Japanese. Again, it looks like an amphibious assault based on this, but it can't be. This is a US Army, not Marines. I'm inclined to play with the US Army. I don't even recall if we have a US Army versus Japanese encounter yet. Probably have, but usually it's Marines. So I'll go with the US Army. Yeah, it's definitely not amphibious assault. It's assault on a nearby hill. Mission length 16 turns. Ah, this is gonna be bloody. We have a Sherman flame tanks. Uh, Basically a howitzer. Sherman's crab. Okay, what's the difference between a Sherman crab and a dozer? Dozer has a very heavy frontal hull armor. It might be also, well, I don't know. I'm thinking of anti-mine capabilities. So what's the crab then? Yeah, a crab has it's sort of a there's what that is in front is basically a reel that has chains tied to it, and it'll spin it. So it's a mine disarming device. I'm not sure how it works in here, but you could consider it to be sort of a engineering tank. So if you encounter minefields, you can just leave the tank next to it. It'll probably clear it out, something like that. Okay, our troops seem to be regular, not veteran. We played with veteran troops for a couple of missions, so we have to keep that in mind. These won't be as good. Yeah, neither is the infantry. Rifle squads. That's an engineering squad. I'm glad that we have at least a platoon of them. This is very similar to the US Marine Corps group. And there's infantry in all of these tanks. So we do have quite a large force here. Decent, at least a couple of platoons of engineers, a few platoons of rifle squads. So, okay, large artillery batteries and 6 airplanes. Lightning, rockets, or no. Marauder, bombs, and lightning should be rockets. I'm not quite sure what's the best way to do this. Do I really want to shoot smoke? There isn't a We don't have a lot of room here, and we are basically on a line. It's clearly intended to just move forward and fight it out. We need some kind of sacrificial unit to move first. Something that will basically just expose a lot of enemies so we can better direct our airplanes. We will be using them all now, artillery, airplanes, everything, because we're so close to it. Just looking at this, it'll probably take 2 to 3 turns just to drive there. But someone has to go there and take. And that sort of worries me that we aren't seeing anything. We'll have to. It has to be a tank. Otherwise, it doesn't have the reach. But I just want to get a solid idea. The tank fired smoke there to prevent them from seeing me. What I wanted to know is there actual... I was sort of wondering, is it a defense mission for the Japanese? An assault for us? Looked like an assault for us. That was a mistake. So our rear hull. Yeah. We still can't see much. I'm not gonna fire a smoke screen. This didn't reveal much. Okay, we'll move actually just a couple of squares each turn. Should I look around the road? I don't think so. Oh crap. The range is 15 axes. And we got a hit. First one, it no longer has the anti-tank gun, so I'll stop firing. We're gonna take it relatively easy for now, as far as movement is concerned. I'm not going to move the command unit at all. What do you use? Same pillbox. Visibility is 56, so we should be seeing units. We are not seeing anything. That's a bit worrisome. Yeah, okay. We'll have them attack planes at least. Have them attack these flags. At least approach them. They might choose targets near there, so instead of the actual flags. Hopefully they'll choose if they see our target's opportunity. Let's see how this goes. We only need to take full 1 round of enemy fire before we can... before that fire support arrives, and until we fire our first artillery rounds, I'm not going to try to rush things too much. There will be a ton of enemies there, maybe mines, things like that. So yeah, things are going fairly well. Let's try. The chances of hitting aren't exactly great. That's probably because we were quite far away from those targets. I do want to fire at this bunker, because if we can destroy it, it will provide a smoke screen against the pillbox. I'm not going to fire with everything I have. The reason being simply that I do want reactionary fire. We'll proceed moving forward after the artillery strikes land. I'm more worried about the airplanes. I don't want rocket airplanes shooting at our tanks. That's a genuine worry that we might get lost there. I'll move forward with the infantry though, because we do need better spotting units there. Maybe not with every infantry. Pillbox will be going down. Again, I don't want to fire too much right now. I'll just fire once, so we're taking a target. And we can continue firing on it on the next turn. Okay, now the airplanes. Let's see if they actually achieve something. There should be a ton of infantry there too, and we haven't basically seen anything. I'm not worried about Japanese tanks. Even though they might have some, they aren't any better than those pillboxes. Okay, at least they're revealing some new units. This is an important aircraft, because it'll bomb. More importantly, we are basically revealing the basic layout of the enemy defenses. I don't know why they're trying to shoot at our tanks. Maybe that's all they can see. That's certainly a possibility. It's very hard to see infantry at this kind of terrain. We'll check. We still have some rockets left on these airplanes. We'll continue bombarding on those same locations, but we'll choose our targets a bit more carefully. More importantly, there was definitely infantry firing coming behind the hill. So what I think is that some of their units actually don't start here and they have to move additional forces to the hills. That's at least how it seemed like. We'll send 2 airplanes for each box. I'm not sure if they'll do anything, but well, what's the point of keeping them in storage? If we destroy actual targets, we'll switch the. It's very hard to punch through those pillbox defenses. I think we would need to be somewhat closer to be able to do that. At least we can maybe get rid of a couple of bunkers. Even that looks that it might not happen. We do need to start proceeding forward at this point. We are killing things, so it's not like it's all or nothing. Need to check. I will shoot at this. It's actually much more dangerous for us than those far away pillboxes. That would be an acceptable target. These bunkers are a serious threat to our infantry. Okay, that's good. Usually when you do damage on a pillbox or bunker, you'll at least take out one of their weapons. It's not guaranteed, but it's very common for that thing to happen. Yeah, that pillbox is basically harmless to our tanks at the moment. We'll move a little bit forward. It's really dangerous. Really dangerous at the moment though. We can't shoot too much, we need the reactionary fire. And we might choose not to shoot actually. It didn't really occur to me, but most of these infantry squads might not be visible to it yet. I don't think that's the case. They might have been unable to see them while they weren't moving, but now that we are moving, I think they're all visible. We have the time, so I'm not going to hurry too much the attack. We can't be sure if there are minefields or not, so that's why I'm letting the infantry go first. Even though it's sacrificing them, it's much more preferable to lose a single guy or two than it's to lose an entire tank. And more artillery should be raining down on them, but nothing much. We're now very vulnerable to enemy fire, so I'm hoping a lot of reaction shots to at least suppress them. The next turn we'll probably have to try to get rid of some of these. This will be probably next few turns will be the most costly for us. We could have avoided this by smoke screening, but I didn't want to do it this time. I don't want to play every scenario the same way, because there are a lot of scenarios that might not be the same, but are similar enough. So I just don't want to repeat the same scenario over and over and over again. Even if it's not the smartest thing to do, I want to try different things from now and again. Why they're shooting those tanks? I don't really blame them, because that's really their problem. The infantry isn't the problem for them. But the thing is, they still should shoot the infantry, because as long as the infantry is there, those tanks are very well protected. I'd say they're almost impossible to get rid of. If you could drive away the infantry, then the tanks would be very vulnerable. Still a tough challenge to get rid of them. At least you would have a chance. Also, I see this mission being more of a delaying mission. It will be very hard to actually destroy all those tanks. More artillery. Shoot at positions where we know there's an enemy unit standing. Okay. I don't expect much from the airplanes we have coming. If the tanks aren't going to punch through those, so the airplanes are very unlikely to do it. They do have the capability, but these have a very significant armoring on the everywhere but the front. So it's doable, but it's not easy. Two. Where is it? I'm actually shooting at that one. Yeah, I prefer to try to get rid of the infantry now. They might not be. They will be hard pressed to get kills on us, on the tanks. That doesn't mean that they can do these things like disabling them. Don't think I want to spend all my shots. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing. Stop. We're getting insane amount of casualties. We definitely need more suppression fire from the tanks. We'll try to kill the bunker. Just checking. Yeah, it still has some impressive weaponry. We need to do something about this infantry. A kill or two would be sufficient. Yeah, I think shooting the infantry is much more productive than trying to punch through the pillbox defenses. Ooh, quite heavy casualties there, half the squad dead. Yeah, some kind of bunker straight ahead. And more importantly, this is a command unit, so I don't want to lose that. Can we do some kind of suppressive fire on it? Yeah, but it's not gonna amount to much. I do want to take it as a target with this tank too. I can't. Okay, we're reaching striking distance. If they can't get rid of our squads, and they can't, on the next turn we can start wiping out their infantry squads. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. 5 men killed there. At least we revealed that anti-tank squad with our infantry instead of a tank. But that still hurt quite a bit. You need to target it and shoot it. The weapon they have, I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a pole mine. I'm not familiar with that weapon. Guess it's in some mine on a pole, but you know, I've ever seen one. That's destroyed. I don't think they have many, so it's sort of a desperation unit, not meant to fight tanks in any prolonged fight. It's mainly intended to destroy a tank, and the unit is basically useless after that. I would expect it to be a very cheap unit. We do need to get rid of some of these bunkers before we can proceed. Okay, this Sherman 105 seems to be very good against bunkers. It doesn't hit the actual bunker in a way that it would destroy it, but what it does is it kills the infantry inside the bunker or the crew, and yeah, 8 men on a fully equipped, and something like 6 are already dead. Here there are 10 men. So you can't quickly wipe them out, but doable. Ooh, infantry. Anti-tank infantry. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go next to it with an infantry unit. Way too dangerous. We sort of have to, though. Yeah, we aren't doing anything to it. Ooh, that's a good one. It'll get destroyed on the next hit. That does damage to it. Yeah, bunker destroyed. We need to get rid of that. If we can cause a single casualty with it, then I'm confident we can move a infantry unit next to it. And it's dead. For us. It wasn't that this unit, there's a ton of infantry. Ah. I think this might be a good place to actually puff a little bit of smoke here. Because it won't prevent our tanks from really doing much. It'll give a little bit of a cover on our infantry. That should be it. Shouldn't it? And now comes the airplanes. These are probably the last planes that will come during this mission. I don't dare send out more because they'll start shooting at our own units. They're mostly useful for scouting anyway, the enemy unit positions. Oh, this was a attempt. Yeah, they simply don't have what it takes to get rid of those positions. At this point we really need to start getting rid of those bunkers. We're at a range where they're too lethal against infantry. Okay, situation check. We still have a few airplanes left. I'm not sure where to send them. Okay, there's someone there. No, there isn't. I just see that square. Or hex. That's why it's a targeted hex. I'll send everything to that one pillbox. I don't think they have really ammunition left, so yeah, not much. They can still fire a few rockets, so potentially deadly, but yeah, I don't think they're all that effective. Bunks? What are you shooting at? I'll shoot the pillbox because it's already a target, so we have a good hit chances there. If we can destroy it before any airplanes come, all the better. Yeah, get rid of the bunker. Very nice. Very nice. It's going to be destroyed on this turn. Let's see. It has 2 weapons left. Okay, we can't see it. So it might survive. There's enough smoke for it to be protected. And we certainly have other good targets to fire at. Yeah. The anti-tank infantry has to go. Okay, good. We managed to kill one in that group. At this point, we'll be firing with everything we have. If we have if we have any half decent target, we'll fire everything we have. Good shots. Yeah, I think we've killed something like 15 guys from that bunker. And still 1 guy left. Ah, should be destroyed. Yeah. Bunker destroyed. Okay. 2 bunkers destroyed. And I shoot at the pillbox. It might not be destroyed, but usually their crew gets drained little by little. Shooting at the pillboxes. Yeah, shooting at the bunker. We do need to get rid of it. Bunker destroyed. Okay, 3 bunkers destroyed on this round. Very, very good. And I think we can get pushed through this infantry too. It's been shot enough that it probably won't be able to react too much to attacking enemies. Yeah, I don't want to move the tanks first. Yeah, progress has been fairly slow against these, basically because I've been reluctant to risk much. Oh crap. So they're in a very good position to fire on us. We're just going to have to take these casualties for a round or 2. They're shooting us with everything they have, basically. And that will mean something like 5-6 shots per infantry unit. We can't avoid not taking casualties. We could do a little bit of smoke like this. Yeah, it won't protect us. And we can't do anything anymore. Lovely. It's time to push forward. That squad will be annihilated on the next turn. It has no chance of survival. Ooh. We have to keep in mind that we don't have veteran soldiers, so this will be done by regular units. Makes some kind of a difference. Oh, what to do with those guys then? I'm not sure if we can kill them. Well, at least we wounded them to the point that it doesn't matter. Yes, we can kill them. Okay. Seem to be pushing through on the southern front here. Ah, crap. Ooh, that's bad. And it's a command unit, so we should have done that. Yeah, there's a squad there. We could cause a couple of casualties on them, that would be great, because we might be able to even take them out this turn. We have a couple of engineering squads we could move in to engage them. Okay, that's good, we got a kill. That might be enough to paralyze them from the reaction tracks. Okay, a second kill, pretty nice. Speed forward. It might not be enough, so I think I'll actually have a tank there. Drop the engineers, take him as target, and try to finish him off. We don't have much luck there, they're very well entrenched. We are causing casualties on them. Can't see anything. We have the other engineering squad, so I think we can wipe them out. It's a rifle squad, but no matter. They're dead. I think this will be the last turn we'll do any kind of artillery. I might cancel the airplanes too. It's getting too close. Where are you? Attacking there, yeah, it's close. I'm going to have the airplanes come there. I'll actually attack them with them behind the hill just to see if they have something in store in reserve there. We are getting a few casualties here and there, so they should be unable to provide fire a significant number of rounds at us. So it'll protect our infantry quite well. A full infantry squad right next to us. At least we have reaction fire left. Yeah, they can still cause significant casualties on us. We would need to get a kill to hamper their effort. Yeah, we'll let the artillery land the next turn, and that's gonna be the last. So now we're just focused on shooting what we can see. Tanks first. Infantry squads. Have to drive them. Cause casualties them on them or drive them out of their hidey holes. Because they're Japanese, we aren't able to drive them out of anywhere. But I think they're suppressed enough that we can actually assault them with infantry. Again, the reason I'm waiting is basically just because I don't want to get our own guys mixing the artillery bombardment. You can survive that, but we don't have. There's no reason why we can't wait it out. Can you see the pillbox? Yep. Shoot the infantry. Want to keep the pillbox immobilized. We want to keep the pillbox somewhat suppressed, even if we can't destroy it. We're now entering the range where it can do damage to our tanks. I don't dare go next to it. I'm sure there's most likely nothing will happen to the guy that goes next to it at this point, but if we're unlucky it'll be a destroyed tank or a half a squad of dead people. Okay, now it won't be able to do anything. And it's destroyed. Tagging infantry squad right in front of us. Hey, we aren't going to shoot anymore at this because we want to shoot it with the other groups. If we can suppress it well enough, we might be able to actually go next to it and try to assault it from close range. If I can get another casualty on it, I'm gonna give it a shot. But I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to try it without actually having some casualties on it. Okay, let's give it a shot. Too early and we can't see it. But you have to take these risks from time to time. I think this group, on the other hand, is actually vulnerable to us. Yes, and the casualties. Yeah. It's gonna. It's dead. Ooh, more Japanese squads. God damn it. Okay, we aren't actually able to do much here. This might be a painful turn again. I guess it can't be helped. This is our last of our artillery going. After this it'll be unit-to-unit combat probably, and nothing the artillery front. Yeah, they do have units behind the lines. So we'll move our bombardment efforts there. You mother... Yeah. That unit won't be able to do reaction fire. They're firing too much. We're getting quite a lot of casualties. Again, they're being a bit clever, I think, on they're shooting, spreading their fire across. With us, it'll actually work quite well. We'll get pinned down or retreating, so we won't be able to move with our infantry units. We do need to get rid of those pillboxes right now. I don't get these. Is this some kind of a command unit or something? We'll try to light up the rear of these hills. Just in case there's more trouble coming from there. I'm mainly focusing on here because this is where we actually have seen enemy troops. Quite a lot of casualties on our side. And their pillboxes are still standing strong. Men 9, but that has no weapons practically. Men 10 with full complement of weapons. Okay, what to do? Or more precisely how to do it. I'll move the infantry first to see if they have reactionary fire left. Yes, they do. Not a lot though. So I think we're okay to start assaulting these. Yeah. This is probably the turn where we can cause significant damage to the enemy defensive line. We'll have to be careful when to take these flags, because I think the forces they have behind the flags are basically meant to have as a counter offensive line. So when we take these flags, we have to have all our forces here ready to take positions against the counter offensive. Yeah, I'll go next to it. Bit too risky with the command unit. Oh yeah, let's do it with this one. Ah, we're doing fairly well. Move forward. We'll try to gain as much ground as we can on this turn. Might take a little bit of a risk to and anything. Both can wipe out both of these guards. Excellent. That's all you can see. Yeah, there's way too much fire and smoke here. Not quite sure what to do with all these tanks here. They aren't proper targets anymore. I guess we'll start moving towards the north then. Well, there's the pillbox. Shoot it. We'll keep it occupied until one of us gets destroyed. Ooh, a hit on that. Yeah, its main gun is destroyed. We're perfectly safe with our tanks. I don't want to shoot that one. I want to shoot... what can I shoot? Shoot the pillbox. Okay. Ooh, that's lucky. What can you shoot? Shoot that one. If we can cause more casualties to it, I'll assault it with the infantry. Yeah, enough. That's very good. In fact, that's excellent. We can change targets. Shoot that one. Oh shit. New squads after new squads after new squads constantly being found. At least we did do some proper damage to their defensive line. They don't have that many squads left here. And we caught casualty. Yeah, that'll help us quite a bit actually. Yeah, we're gonna move right next to it. I recall seeing them firing insane amounts of shots, so I was fairly sure they're unable to defend themselves. Forward. I'm not sure if we can actually follow up on that, because most of our squads did get shot out, so I'm not sure if we can actually move any of them. Okay, we can move on. That's good enough. We should be able to cause significant casualties on them. Can I shoot a flamethrower? No. Yeah, the mysteries of flamethrower use. Sometimes you can use it, sometimes you can't. At least we bloodied them a little bit. I don't think that's enough. That's the problem. Splitting our fire here a little bit, that's usually not a good idea. Yeah, we'll hope the tanks are good enough to take care of these two infantry squads. I don't want them to be alive on the next turn. They will be alive. Crap. A smoke there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nothing's going to happen now. We are going to get if they push forward with their relentless attack, we can on the next turn we can again move closer to those infantry units and wipe them out. We'll just sort of have to keep track on which units have fired insanely on us. We won't be able to assault them though. We don't have the infantry units in condition capable of doing any proper assaulting. Ah. Yeah. I guess it's time to start moving on these flags. Well, maybe I should delay it for a turn or two, but I don't think we can delay it because they're in our movement path. So go there, dump the troops here. Command. We need a couple of units of infantry at least to be able to maintain some kind of defensive there. It seems that they have at least a couple of platoons, at least a single platoon here. I would be very suspicious if they don't have a similar platoon here. Go next to it. It really is over for them. You can't defend if your flanks are bleeding like this. It's just a matter of time before it all collapses. Oh, can you drive there? You can drop the engineers. Villain. Managed to keep them out of his from attacking him, but that's not good enough. Managed to cause me a lot of trouble. Still causing me, refuses to die. And probably try past the pillbox. We can, but there's infantry here. In a very nasty place. I wouldn't say we're lucky that it didn't destroy us. When we played the Japanese, it was very hard to succeed with the normal infantry squads in destroying enemy tanks. Oh yeah, we're not gonna stay here though, we're going to simply push forward. You can finish them off. Yes. You finish them off. Yes. But you can. Excellent. So after halfway point, the Japanese defense is broken. They might do their counter-offensive, but I don't see it making any kind of difference. In order for it to make a difference, they should have been able to clear out some of our tanks. But at this point, yeah, they pretty much have no chance. So in the tank, try past the box. No, no, no. And that's about it. Now, okay, where are we? We're bombarding on this side of the hill, so we should be safe. Let's see what the airplanes reveal, if anything. That's still pretty close to our positions. I should stop firing. I'm hoping to light up that jungle a little bit. work. Although it might, I'm just not seeing that. Yeah, and we can cause casualties now. There are more infantry listed here. Do we have any artillery going? I might as well let them fire on those positions. I need to cause them casualties before I dare to go next to them. Even though they most likely are unable to destroy a tank, I don't want to take that risk at this. It doesn't seem to be that I have any reason to take it. Although it's very hard to cause casualties on them even at this range. Oh shit, just go take the exits and start defending them. I see this working for the Japanese basically as a delay mission. You would be very hard pressed to actually beat the enemy fair and square here. I mean destroy all his units, but you might be able to hold him off for quite some time. I'm moving some infantry here so I could see something. Assault! What do you use? You take care of that. At least we're causing casualties to it. If I recall correctly, it had quite a lot of casualties already. You need to destroy it, otherwise we can't take the flag. I don't see the Sherman flame tanks working as intended though. They're basically, haven't seen them flaming anything. Once in the other mission I played or another scenario, but I can't simply just use the flamethrower like this. But that's same with a lot of flamethrower units. I actually suspect it might be some kind of a unintended thing. It's not a problem if you have basically a flamethrower tank, but these aren't. They are pretty normal tanks that have additional weapons, so I'm guessing that's what's causing the ooh shit. Suddenly there were a lot of Japanese infantry units in front of us. Yeah, I'll pull back a little bit. Need to move here. We need to protect our tanks. Okay, we managed to do heavy casualties on them. Oh, that's very good. But yeah, they definitely have a couple of platoons in the reserve to try to retake things. They're not gonna retake anything though. They simply don't have what it takes to get rid of the tanks. Okay, we need to be a bit careful where we move troops here. Time for you to move too. Okay. Yep. Let's see what the enemy has in store for us, or is this the end? I'm guessing a couple of lone infantry squads maybe, and that's the end. Might even end before that, yeah. Because they simply don't have enough. We control the flags, they don't have enough forces, so the game might decide to call it quits at that point. They are desperately going for the flags. Ooh, that's a good one. Wiped out half the squad in a single shot. 3 squad destroyed. I don't see any enemies here. I think we're pretty much done with this. This bunker should be destroyed soon too. It's taking casualties to the crew with almost every shot. We have multiple tanks here that we can put pressure on it. If the crew were non-Japanese, they would have abandoned it long ago. Okay, another crew kill. Fighting to the last man. Crew kill. They're losing crew constantly. Hey, what about you? Yeah, we're out of high explosive ammunition of the gun, so you don't use your anti-tank ammunition on infantry. You can't. They're totally annihilated at this point. Ah. Oh shit, more enemy squads. Just when you think they're running out of infantry to pour on you, there's another squad incoming. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's on the move. It doesn't have any significant cover, so we should be able to cause some casualties on it. Even if it can fire back at us at this point, it'll be lost basically half its firepower, so it won't be able to drive anyone away. infantry squad. I don't think we'll be doing anything with these guys. We'll just... This will end before the time limit. Relatively easy mission, I'd say. Mainly because they lack proper anti-tank defenses and they didn't have any tanks. Although tanks are very expensive, it's not surprising not to see them in a defensive mission. Much more cost effective to buy some kind of fortifications or guns. Yeah, it's over. On turn 10, US Army 1158, Japanese 51. Fairly easy mission. I'd say you'd be hard pressed to lose this as the Americans. No, not much of a challenge. We're so late in the war that we have the good tanks, and the Japanese never had any good tanks. They had mainly infantry support tanks, or tanks capable of countering the tanks of other countries that they had at the beginning of the war, but yeah, these American tanks are much better now than they used to be at the start, so Japanese are no challenge. Japanese tanks are no challenge to them. A decisive victory. If we get any more missions like these against the Japanese that aren't amphibious assaults, I think I'll opt for the defense. The attacking force is so overwhelming that I'd rather play a scenario where I'm pretty much guaranteed to lose, because there's not much challenge in these. It was entertaining, but I don't see that we had any realistic chance of losing that fight. So even if I would have sucked terribly at it, the only way possibly to lose that would be to blindly rush with the tanks and leave the infantry behind. And even then it might still succeed, so an okay mission, a bit too easy.